All right, shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai, who the word inwardly called Jesus Christ. Brother Chief Priest Aldazar Ben Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew. Coming at y'all with this quick update. Dealing with Kodak Black. He was recently released from incarceration there in Florida. And he posted this pic up on his IG. And he left the caption, "We buy our way out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. Hashtag Israel." Okay, of course, basically letting the world know that he is conscious of the fact that he, in fact, is a descendant of the, true ancient Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, etc., and in particular of the tribe of Levi. That's Moses, Aaron, John the Baptist, Samuel, etc. Anyway, so he's basically letting the world know that he's up on game in this picture. With this caption. And this is something that I've been knowing about for months. Actually, we have an elder priest that's based down there in Florida at the Light of Zion School, part of the overall government of Israel, MASHARAH, YASHARAHLA, named Priest Kahan. He's the chief priest over there at Light of Zion down there in Fort Lauderdale. And, he and I are rather close. So he's been informing me that, he was going in there in the jail because he has an affluent prison program that he's had going for a long time. And he teaches various brothers that's, unfortunately incarcerated in the various detention facilities that are there in Florida. So, he didn't really know too much about Kodak Black, but, he was informed that, Kodak Black was in one of the facilities that he visits. So, he made it a point to, drop some of this truth on him. And he said after he did, other people also started reaching out to him and trying to inform him and educate him, enlighten him to the fact that, we the Israelites. So, he said he was receptive, he understood, and, the brother tried to make him to understand the importance of, his duty right now, as knowing he's a Hebrew Israelite, and especially being from the tribe of Levi, who is the priesthood, which all of us so-called Haitians are. So, it's just beautiful, and we give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and it's powerful that these types of seeds are being planted. And the Most High is allowing them to at least grow to some extent, that they're getting the message out to the many masses that they have the eyes and ears of. But I just want to hit a couple scriptures, because this awakening of Kodak Black through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, of course, occurred through something that is in the scriptures that is said that we need to do according to scripture, but I think that sometimes is neglected by brothers. So let's read about this. Hebrews 13:3. Remember them that are in bonds as bound with them. So when we know a brother's locked up, we got to be remembering them like we locked up too. We got to want them to get out like they want to get out, right? Remember them that are in bonds as bound with them, and them which suffer adversity as being yourselves also in the body. We got to put ourselves in whatever our brothers are going through in their struggles to help them get through it, to ease the burden that's on them. All right? We oftentimes forget that. Go to another scripture here. In the gospel, out of the words of who the world calls Christ, a black man whose real name is Yahushai. This is not Deuteronomy, Salakia. This is the book of Matthew 25, and I'm going to start at verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Brothers is not reaching out and going to the brothers in prison enough. It's something we got to do. If you're able, by any means, if you a Hebrew Israelite, you a camp, you a teacher, and you're able to reach out to the brothers that's incarcerated, man, do so to the best of your abilities by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. To say again, I was in prison and ye came unto me. So that's what the elder did out there, showing a beautiful example. He was in prison. He visited him just like he visits countless other brothers who are not popular or famous. But it was important that he did this because, getting this truth in the ears of, the Kodak Blacks or the Kendrick Lamars or, some of these other brothers who are affluent in society and have came into the knowledge is important, because the ears and the eyes that they have and the influence that they have on our people is so, substantial that this is key information that they need to understand, that they need to get out, because they could do it on an even grander scale than we who are laboring week in and week out can do it. Right? So again, it says, I was in prison and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when Salakia, or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. And that's such a powerful example there. You know, going to visit these brothers that's in jail, feeding hungry brothers, you know, clothing brothers who need clothes, taking in strangers, etc., etc. All of that, if we do it to the least of the brethren of who the world calls Christ, it's like we're doing it to Christ himself, Yahushua himself, Jesus himself, a black man. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's important. That's why it's an exponential, wonderful, and powerful work that the priest Kahan is doing, Chief Priest Kahan is doing out there in Florida, and brothers need to follow suit and do it elsewhere because this work needs to be done. There are brothers incarcerated who don't know who they are. There are brothers who got incarcerated who unfortunately had to find out like Kodak Black during his incarceration that he's an Israelite. You know, so we need to be reaching out to these brothers and, you know, at least dispensing them you know, learning materials so they can learn and they can potentially start a prison ministry up in there and teach brothers. So when they get out, that they're better and more affluent and functioning members, not of the white man society, of course, which they will be, but of course of the Hebrew Israelite society and of our nation that is in such desperate and dire need of rebuilding. You know, so I just wanted to hit them few scriptures. We give all praises, honor, and glory again to the Most High Yahweh in the name of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai, and we say shalom.